Good evening and welcome to this special virtual edition of the RTDNA East Regional Awards. Tonight we're celebrating the best of the best in broadcast and digital journalism. I'm Suzette Belliveau, a reporter and anchor with CTV Atlantic here in Halifax.
And I'm Brian Daly, formerly with CBC Nova Scotia, now an assistant professor with the Faculty of Journalism at the University of King's College. I'm also the Atlantic Director of the Canadian Association of Black Journalists. We'd like to thank you for joining us as we honor the fantastic work of media outlets all over Atlantic and Northern Canada.
An RTDNA award recognizes the achievements of the entire newsroom. Nothing reinforces our industry's commitment to excellence more than the description award-winning. RTDNA Canada has been honoring the best in broadcast journalism for over 50 years. And today we are proud to hand out over 26 awards of excellence.
The RTDNA Canada's Lifetime Achievement Award is one of the highest honors bestowed by the association, and is presented to individuals who have distinguished themselves through outstanding service and continued excellence during the course of their career in journalism or news management. The award is for lifetime achievement rather than for a single contribution, and recipients have over 30 years of distinguished service to the industry.
It gives me great pleasure to present the first Lifetime Achievement Award to Harry Forrestal of CBC News, New Brunswick.
Harry grew up in St. John and started his journalism career while still a student at St. Thomas University. He's reported from around the world on business, breaking news, and science, and his colleagues describe him as an authentic and professional journalist who makes us all better. Here now is Harry with a few words.
Let me begin by thanking the RTDNA for this Lifetime Achievement Award. There's nothing better than being recognized by your peers, unless of course you owe them money. Frankly, until this award, the nicest thing anyone had said to me was how much I looked like Eugene Levy. And while that probably alarmed the Levy family, it was a compliment I was happy to accept. A lifetime is a long time, and a lot can change. I started with CBC in 1985 as a radio associate producer in Ottawa. I had a desk, a push-button phone, a manual Underwood typewriter, and a stack of 7-part carbons on which to type my scripts. Oh, and there was an ashtray as well, so you know this was way back. So far back that Berlin still had a wall, Northern Ireland still had sectarian riots, AIDS was the emerging global scourge, and Donald Trump was a self-aggrandizing New York real estate hack. Funny how some things never change. That was 1985. It was the summer that saw United Press Canada close its Canadian bureaus. CP laid off a bunch of reporters, and if I remember correctly, CBC cut about 750 jobs right across the country. So it was hardly a promising environment to launch a career. Yet somehow I found a job, and my love affair with journalism began. I've been lucky to be in the right place at the right time and to have enjoyed a front row seat to some pretty significant events. The tragic destruction of 2 space shuttles, the death of Princess Diana, 9/11 of course, the creation of the euro currency, the bursting of the tech bubble, and the elections of Barack Obama and Donald Trump. My good fortune has extended too to the people I've worked with. A list too long to recite here. Just let it be said that whatever success or notoriety I've enjoyed in the past 36 years is due to the tolerance and kindness of those around me. Chief among them, though, I do have to mention the TV team I work with now. Assistant Director Sharon Hudson, camera operator and editor Joe McDonald, and our long-suffering producer Alison McCormick, who nominated me for this award, and who I regard as a superior journalist, an excellent colleague, and a very good friend. But none of this would have been even remotely possible without the patience, the understanding, and encouragement of my lovely wife, Jenny. Credit her for keeping my feet planted firmly on the ground and for always telling me the unvarnished truth. So thanks again to the RTDNA and to the CBC for providing me the work I've done for the past 3 decades or so. Now, usually these things are done in front of a live audience, and you can amend your comments on the basis of their attention span. Are they shifting restlessly in their seats? Well, you drop a paragraph. Are they rattling the dinnerware and shouting for coffee? Maybe forget the anecdote about the alpaca biting the microphone. But when you see a cribbage board and a deck of cards appear, well, you know it's time to say goodnight and thank you. So, good night and thank you.
It's our great pleasure to present a second Lifetime Achievement Award today to Donna Allen of CBC News, Prince Edward Island.
Donna has spent 36 years with CBC, starting her career as a traffic reporter in Halifax before moving to Prince Edward Island in 1985. In her nomination, Donna's colleagues described her as one of those rare leaders and champions of journalism who was highly regarded by those she works with and those in the community. She has inspired others through her leadership to match her energy, hard work, critical thinking, and dedication to public broadcasting. It's now time to announce this year's awards for the East Region. Entries here come from Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, and Nunavut. There are some changes to our awards and categories this year, as well as the way they've been named. Awards are no longer named for journalists, but in ways to better reflect the qualities of the work being recognized. Journalists who had been recognized by having an award named in their honor will be added to our Hall of Fame, which is coming to the RTDNA website soon.
RTDNA Canada continues its commitment to promote diversity and to recognize efforts of a station to work towards that goal. We've made an important change to the way that we score entries regionally and nationally by including diversity and efforts to reflect all groups in our communities in every category. And this is the time for me to mention again that I am the Atlantic Director of the Canadian Association of Black Journalists, and we're looking to partner with you for many of the national programs that we've rolled out over the last few years. One, for example, is called J School Noir, which is a media boot camp for high school children across the country. You can log on to cabj.news to find out how to partner with us there. And if you click on our programs menu, you'll see a program called CABJ Connects. That's a program to connect professionals, black media professionals across this country with you. So if you're looking for candidates, go to cabj.news, look under programs, and under CABJ Connects, we have a large database of black media professionals. So we'll start with finalists and winners in our digital category. There's only one finalist, and therefore the winner in our breaking news digital category is CBC Nova Scotia for Vehicle Torched, Lobster Pounds storing Mi'kmaq catches trashed during Night of Unrest in Nova Scotia.
Moving now to continuing coverage digital. There are 3 finalists in this category: CBC Nova Scotia mass killing; CBC New Brunswick organogram Legionnaire's disease outbreak; CBC Indigenous Mi'kmaq launch self-regulated lobster fishery. And the winner is CBC Nova Scotia mass killing.
Our next category is Enterprise Digital. There are 4 finalists in this category: CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, damning decision, Mount Cashel victims hope Supreme Court holds church responsible for horrific abuse; CBC North Nunavut, RCMP violence in Nunavut; CBC New Brunswick, special care home exemptions; CBC North Nunavut, the small abused child sexual abuse in Nunavut. And the winner is CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, damning decision, Mount Cashel victims hope Supreme Court holds church responsible for horrific abuse.
Our next digital category is Excellence in Data Storytelling. There are 3 finalists in this category: CBC Prince Edward Island, Climate Change Now, How Daily Life Has Already Changed on PEI; CBC Nova Scotia, the pandemic unexpectedly saved thousands from financial ruin, but there's a reckoning on the horizon; CTV Atlantic, Controversial Killer, the murder trial of Matthew Raymond. And the winner is CBC Prince Edward Island, Climate Change Now, How Daily Life Has Already Changed on PEI.
There are 3 finalists in the Feature News Digital category. They are CBC New Brunswick, Centennial Legacy Lost; CBC North Nunavut, Stories in Stone, How a Hand-Built Stone Church Shaped a Community and Culture; CBC Prince Edward Island, DNA Testing and Facebook Sleuthing. And the winner is CBC New Brunswick, Centennial Legacy Lost.
Our next award recognizes excellence in opinion writing for the digital platform. There are 2 nominees. CBC New Brunswick, a St. John reporter writes of his mother's death from COVID 2 provinces away. HalifaxToday.ca, let me tell you about my friend Jen Casey. And the winner is CBC New Brunswick, a St. John reporter writes of his mother's death from COVID 2 provinces away.
And our final category in digital recognizes overall excellence. We have 2 finalists: CBC Nova Scotia, CBC NS Digital News, and CTV Atlantic, A Season of Grief, Nova Scotia's Darkest Days. And the winner is CBC Nova Scotia, CBC NS Digital News.
We now want to recognize our award winners from audio platforms. We start with the nominees in the Best Podcast category, where we have two finalists: Global News 13 Hours Inside the Nova Scotia Massacre and CBC North Inuit Stories. The winner is Global News 13 Hours Inside the Nova Scotia Massacre.
In the Breaking News category for audio, there's only one finalist. The winner is News 95.7, the manhunt for the Nova Scotia mass shooter, April 19th, 2020.
In the continuing coverage audio category, there are two finalists: CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Fed Up, Food Insecurity in Newfoundland and Labrador, and VOCM Snowmageddon. The winner is CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Fed Up, Food Insecurity in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Moving now to Feature News Audio. The finalists are CBC St. John, Your Journey, Your Way, Atlantic Canada's first residential hospice, and VOCM, Linda Swain and Alan Doyle, On Target. And the award goes to CBC St. John, Your Journey, Your Way, Atlantic Canada's first residential hospice.
The next category for the audio platform is News Live Special Events. We have two finalists in this category: News 95.7, The Sheldon McLeod Show, Remembering the Victims of Nova Scotia's Mass Shooting, and VOCM Budget Day 2020. The winner is News 95.7, The Sheldon McLeod Show, Remembering the Victims of Nova Scotia's Mass Shooting.
Our final category for the audio platform is Radio Newscasts. And there are three finalists: VOCM, VOCM News at Noon, CBC Prince Edward Island, Island Morning, and News 95.7, All News Mornings, Back to Class Amid COVID-19. And the winner is VOCM, VOCM News at Noon. And the final platform of our awards celebration is video. Our first category is audio-visual storytelling. Once again, there is only one finalist, and therefore the winner is CTV Atlantic for Horse Yoga, Horseplay, and Namaste.
Now for the award recognizing Best Breaking News Coverage for Video. There are three finalists: CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Here and Now Snowmageddon, CBC Nova Scotia, Nova Scotia Mass Killings, Global News Halifax, Nova Scotia Shootings, April 19th, 2020. And the winner for Best Breaking News Coverage is CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Here and Now Snowmageddon.
There are three finalists in our continuing coverage category, including CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Stopping Domestic Violence, CTV Atlantic, Tragedy and Trauma, Mass Murder in Nova Scotia, and Global News Halifax and Global News New Brunswick, COVID-19, the New Reality in the Maritimes. And the winner is CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Stopping Domestic Violence.
In the category of enterprise coverage, we have three finalists: CBC Prince Edward Island, I Live Here Now, CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Wally Rich, Falling Through the Cracks of Child Protection, Global News Halifax, Dental Misconduct, the Suspension of Dr. Errol Guam, and the winner of the Enterprise Award is CBC Prince Edward Island, I Live Here Now.
Now the award that recognizes excellence in editing video. There are three finalists: CBC New Brunswick, The Lost Art of the Centennial, CBC Prince Edward Island, Sorting Out the Christmas Garbage, and CBC Nova Scotia, Dave Irish Show of Work. And the award goes to CBC New Brunswick, The Lost Art of the Centennial.
Next, we will recognize excellence in innovation in an award sponsored by DEJERO. The lone finalist and therefore winner in this category is CTV Atlantic, No Podium, COVID on the Campaign Trail.
Once again, there is only one nominee in the category of Excellence in Sports Reporting. Congratulations to the winner, CBC North Nunavut, Nunavut's Heart of Hockey.
And we have another sole finalist category. Congratulations to the winner of the Excellence in Video Award, CBC New Brunswick, the valedictorians, New Brunswick's class of 2020.
Turning now to feature news in video. and we have 3 finalists. CBC Nova Scotia, topless breast cancer survivor in Nova Scotia, inspired women and finds a bosomless buddy. CBC North Nunavut, Stories in Stone, how a hand-built stone church shaped a community and culture. And NTV News, Mission Possible, suiting up with Canada's top SAR unit. And the winner is CBC Nova Scotia, topless breast cancer survivor in Nova Scotia, inspired women and finds a bosomless buddy.
There was only one finalist in the investigative category for video. Congratulations to winners CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, Cross Canada Pet Scam, Jen White, Rob Antle, Daryl Murphy.
In the category of News Live Special Events, there are 3 finalists. CBC New Brunswick, New Brunswick Votes 2020 Election Night Pre-Show. CTV Atlantic, Historic Election, Going to the Polls During COVID. And Global News, New Brunswick Election, September 14th, 2020. And the winner is CBC New Brunswick Votes 2020 Election Night Pre-Show.
We have 1 finalist and 1 winner in the category of opinion for video. Congratulations to CTV Atlantic for We Remember Together Yet Apart.
The final category of the night recognizes the best television newscast in the East Region. There are 3 finalists for this award. CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, The Death of John Crosby. Global News Halifax, April 20th, 2020. And CBC Prince Edward Island, Compass. And the winner is CBC Newfoundland and Labrador, The Death of John Crosby.
That concludes our East Region Awards presentation for this year. A special thank you to the judges who generously gave their time and experience, and to all the newsrooms who entered in this year's competition. Please keep the RTDNA Awards in mind whenever you do something you feel is deserving of recognition.
The winners in the East Region will now compete with winners from West, Prairie, and Central regions for the Best Canadian Local News Awards. Those winners will be announced at the virtual RTDNA Canada 2021 National Conference and Awards Gala on Thursday, June the 3rd. Thanks to all of you for watching.